All right, welcome back, YouTube. Where have I been with the videos? I know. So the car started. I have video footage of that I'll post right now as the first start. Couldn't really even enjoy it because it was like 12 o'clock at night and I'm like in a townhome community right now. And my neighbors were gonna lose it, but I was like sketch. I didn't even have the exhaust on it, which was hilarious because I didn't realize how loud it was gonna be. But anyways, first start video, I'll share that right now. Enjoy that. All right, so after the first start, was really pumped, gonna get everything going, and I was doing some other stuff to the car. I don't even remember what I was really doing at the time. Oh yeah, so I went to the store and got some stuff because I was gonna do the engine guide bolt, the timing chain guide bolt replacement on the engine. They said it's like a $10 part. It's a common failure with the engine, so it's like, why not go ahead and be smart and replace that? Well, I was going to do that, and I replaced it, and I'll show those videos right now. The little videos I took, I didn't take a lot, but here they are. Hopefully they help y'all. All right, guys, got that little guy out. Mine's not showing anywhere at all, so mine actually looked pretty good, but we're gonna go ahead and replace it with this big beefy guy right here. And just for safety precaution, here we go. All right, guys, that is the new product on there. It's gonna be on the intake side of your motor. So I say intake, it's gonna be on the side that you've got your cold air intake wrapping around to. Obviously it's not on your intake side over there, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. As for these guys, they're both now waste, so you can gladly put them in a box and trash them. You don't need them anymore. Yay! Did those videos and replaced the timing chain guide, and after I was done, I mean, it's super simple, so I didn't think anything about it. After I was done, I was like, well, I'm gonna just check the car and make sure it starts again. It didn't start. It started going clack, 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 clack. And I'll post that video right now. Because the fans are on, listen. It's like that's metal hitting back there. I don't know, I don't wanna do it long because I'm afraid I'm gonna hurt it. So, after it started doing that noise, I freaked out. I don't know what's going on. I still don't know. I have somebody coming this week that is a retired mechanic, but he volunteered to come help me out. He said he'd help me troubleshoot it. I told him, I was like, look, I don't need you to fix it for me. I just need you to show me kind of where I need to look. You know, I've already replaced the starter. I went ahead and bought a new starter because I thought, well, it's the starter. You can even hear it coming from there. You can feel the vibration come from there, like it's not engaging the flywheel. Put a new starter on it, still doing the same thing. Really upset me because I took the starter in and actually took it to Advance and had them put it on the starter check, and it failed the test. Like, it came out sometimes, but then sometimes it didn't, so it failed the test. They were like, oh, that starter's definitely bad. So put a new starter on it. It failed after I put the new starter on it. Still just didn't do what it was supposed to do. So that clicking noise still happened. So that's where I'm at. I can put the subframe and stuff on there right now. I've got the subframe sprayed down with some rattle can, and I got the control arms here that I ordered off eBay, $135. Shout out to eBay for that. But or not eBay, Amazon. I'm sorry, Amazon. Those came off Amazon for $135 or something. But yeah, I can do all that, but I may end up having to pull this engine back out and take a look at what's going on, because who knows? I may have to get in there and see if some kind of washer has dropped down in there and is holding it up. But I put a wrench on the crank, and I can turn the crank by hand, so I know it's not locked up in any way. I really just, I'm at a loss, I make sure the car was in neutral. I can spin the drive shaft down here by hand. So I really don't know. If you hear that video and you think of anything, you can let me know. I'm hoping maybe the starter just needs like a shim, shim it out so the teeth line up better or something. I just don't know. I don't know why it would have just now needed that. I started it the morning before I did the timing bolt guide change. Before I did that change, I started the engine, started fine. As soon as I did the change, I went to start it, did not start. So I've got no clue. I am freaking out a little bit. Everybody keeps laughing at me. They're like, Tom, calm down. It's not going to be the end of your engine. It may not be, but I put a crap ton of work into getting it to this point, and I really don't want to have to pull it back out. If I have to, I have to. No big deal, but I really don't want to pull the engine back out. But that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to do like a little catch-up video now and show you guys what all we did, where we plugged stuff in at, so you can see it, and maybe it'll help you out. That's why I'm doing these videos, is to help you guys out. I'm going to keep this YouTube channel, and I'm going to keep doing different builds, but the Goblin, they're just no good like videos on the builds or anything. So if I can do anything to help y'all, I'm gonna try to. But anyways, we'll get started on that. We'll do a walk around. Comment if you think about anything that I haven't thought of. Comment below and let me know. We put an extra battery on it also, and tried to like jump it to see, make sure the battery had enough juice to it. But I've got it on a trickle smart charger right now, and it's not told me that it's a bad battery or anything. It says FLO on the charger. I don't know what that means. If anybody knows, comment also. But yeah, I'm to the point where I don't know what else to do. But this guy, I think he'll come help me out, help me troubleshoot it, and if I have to pull the engine, I have to pull the engine. But anyways, I'm gonna do the walk around now and show you guys some plugs that you need to use and all that good stuff. So first thing I want to point out, when you go to mount the intercooler, I had to like drill the bolt threads out more, or bolt like holes out on this bracket more, because the welds on the bottom side were pushing it down enough that I couldn't get the bolt started. I could get it started on one side, but I couldn't start on the other. So I just drilled both sides out so we could mount these. Pretty sure they're mounted correctly. But you guys tell me if you see anything that's not right. Maybe that's why I struggled so much, but I don't think so. Yeah, they're crazy. But anyways, here's a good look at the intercooler. Brackets. Hopefully you can see all that, but did the intercooler charge pipes. Trimmed a little bit off of each pipe. This section is extremely long, so you don't need a lot of these pipes. You can just trim off or whatever. This actually had coating wrapped around it all the way up to here, but we had to cut all that stuff back so we could get the little plug sensor right here to plug in. But that's the sensor that goes right there, and it literally just jumps off of your harness right here, your engine harness. Yeah, but anyways, so, oh yeah, do you have this little metal bracket that's like right there? It looks like an L, kind of, you know? And then it's curved also on the top. There's like a flat spot on the top that's curved to like follow the shape of the pipe. It literally just slides up and under that clamp and bolts to like a coated clamp right here. And it's what holds your cold air intake up and everything, which I was like worried about. I was like, what's just gonna keep that holding there? Something I don't like, the cold air intake is like right on the nipple that they give you, which sucks. I may end up just cutting that off with a Dremel. I don't know. I could just pop it out and go buy like an angled one that comes out this way. But anyways, I have to tie this in with that plastic T that come with the fuel tank assembly. And then you just run the T line like down. It's like a drain, you know, will overflow or whatever. This nipple runs all the way to here, coming out of your inlet there. I'm guessing it's just some kind of vacuum line. I don't know, or oil line maybe. I guess maybe like an oil like overflow or something. I don't know. Anyways, this is kind of what I'm thinking it goes to right here. I'm gonna clean that up, do a little clamp there, a coated clamp or something. Let's see what else. I think I showed you guys all of this stuff, but anyways, that obviously is your fuel line. This plug, I had to like ask and finally Aaron Bewley, really good dude, YouTube channel. Also, he's got an awesome channel. Check his videos out. They help me out a lot. But I messaged him and he told me this is an O2 sensor, or not an O2 sensor, I'm sorry, a temperature sensor. And it just hangs, like you can zip tie it close to your engine somewhere, but it came off the Cobalt. I don't think I even have it, so I'm gonna have to go buy one. But it was easy to find, it's cheap. So plugs in right there. You can zip tie it anywhere on your engine. But that and the fuel line and the coolant reservoir line all go together right there. It won't be this tight. I've just literally got the harness I didn't connect anything. I want to make sure everything's 100% before I did any of that. The clutch line goes up and in there, you see it? Back in there. Yep, right there. I had to buy a new one of those because mine, where's it at? I didn't have the end that went in that. I don't know what happened to it. But anyways, I had to buy another one of those, which sucked. I've spent so much money on parts that I've either thrown away or that were damaged in the crash of the initial Cobalt crash. But anyways, trying to think, that's looped. This coolant pipe, I've got to reroute it. I've got it going this way right now. I'm gonna have to come out and go around and probably under, but you see this is it right there, that S. It's like, it's all in the way of the shifter linkage, but it plugs in right up there. But anyways, the fuse box and everything, it's pretty self-explanatory. It wasn't hard to figure all that stuff out, so I don't think you guys will need anything on that. Fuel line, obviously, I trimmed it up also and took a heat gun and put the heat to it and stretched it back around that and put a clamp on that. This line right here, if you can see, it's like a vacuum line. It's like one of these like vacuum lines right here. It's sticking out. Anyways, vacuum line right there into that charge pipe. I had to trim a lot off of that piece right there to go like behind the fuel tank and up and into the intake. Yeah, you just kind of have to eyeball that and do that as you go. Not a big deal. Jacob pretty much did all that for me. Oh yeah, so this doesn't get used, it just dangles. There's like a whole section of harness. All these guys, they don't get used. They're like in a group together, like on the backside of the engine. I'm gonna have to hide those better. Obviously, I've just not cared about that stuff yet. I'm gonna crawl up and under the car and show you guys the heat exchanger piping. I did clear, like Goon Squad did. It just looks cool. So I'm really hoping all that stuff heats up and settles out. It's got a little pinch point right there. It's not pinched or anything, but it's just got a crease I wish it didn't have. Anyways, I'm gonna crawl up there and show you all the intercooler lines and how they go, and stuff that hooks up down there. All right, here's the heat exchanger pump. As you can see, it came with a bracket, and they give you to mount it right here. And then it comes with a clip harness that you have to put on a hot on the engine. We just found one, and on one of those brackets in there in the fuse box, and just made sure when the car key was on that the pump would kick on, and it does. So the starter I've got right there. It's got wires plugged into it, that just your hots, and your jumper, your hot coming from the front of your car, from the battery all the way to your fuse box, which mine's black. I wish it wasn't. I should have put some kind of red on there, but that's all right. Yeah, nothing too crazy down here. As you can see, this line coming out goes up front, and then the other line coming from the front goes to the top left side, or sorry, passenger side. This line coming from the front of the car goes to the passenger side of the intercooler, and then the driver's side of the intercooler comes down here and goes back into the pump inlet there. There's like blueprint schematics on it, but that was pretty self-explanatory also. Nothing crazy. Here's another plug that I've not found that we use anywhere, that I've got to do something with also. I've got an accessory wire here that I'm not hooked up yet. I'm gonna do all that when I get my switch panel, which I don't know when that's gonna be, but crawl back out. But yeah, so I don't think I've missed anything. I mean, you guys already saw the coolant reservoir thing when I hooked it up. I'll show you the steering, like we did the steering column hookup right here, but one of my buddies was like skeptical on the way that we have it hooked up, because he thought that the bearing in here, he thought like he pulled it out somehow. So we're a little skeptical on that. So we're going to look at all that and everything, but just looking at it, this is how it's supposed to be set up. Like, these hold your turn signal in, and they hold it pretty tight. I had to do some like bending on the bottom one. That's why you see like some chipped rattle can paint right there. But anyways, and don't worry about all this stuff being rattle can. I'm probably gonna end up taking the car apart again and repowder coating everything, and literally doing it right after I know how it goes back together. It's just been such a pain right now. So a lot easier after you've done it once. But anyways, this is really genius. When it's put on right, when you turn the car, that comes down and knocks the release of your turn signal up. So that's cool. But yeah, don't think I've got anything else to show you guys. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I also have other videos with Jeremy and Jacob when they came down, but honestly, I just didn't feel like filming, you know? I had them here, just want to enjoy spending time with them, and was stressed out because, you know, I'm the only person that's worked on the car, so anytime I heard a wrench or anything hit the powder coat, I was like wigging. It's like, don't hurt it, you know, jumping them, Moody's all get out. It is what it is. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed them, but I'll post those videos too. All right, guys, welcome back. We're here working on the kit car. I got Jacob and Jeremy ready to do some work. I think we're gonna try to do the intercooler and the charge pipes. And yeah, we're gonna kind of see what else we can get into tonight. And then tomorrow we're gonna do something else. It's pretty late already. Don't know what all we're gonna get done. We're gonna see how it goes. Just keep watching. Jacob, give us an update of what we've done.
Not a whole lot. Last night, we got the intercooler mounted. These 4 bolts were a pain. We had a hard time trying to get them in there. We ended up just drilling them out and giving us some more room to be able to get them started.
But tell them why. The welds, like the welds from the whoever welded them or whatever on the intercooler, they were pressing like against the bottom of the bracket, so the bracket had like no, I guess, room at all to like shift to get actually, you could start one side but then the other side would be like too low.
It would actually probably be a good idea if you're going to get them powder coated to go ahead and grind these down a little bit where they're flat before you send it off. Would probably be good. We got the charge pipe and the intake done. Also, we didn't know exactly which way this needed to go, and I should have had it apart. But this mass airflow sensor has an opening on one side. The opening goes towards the intake, so when the air comes in, it'll go in the opening. So that's the correct way for that.
And we found this in the kit that he just put on. It's like a little metal bracket, and it came in the kit. All it is like it's shaped. It's like one little L, and the rest of it's shaped like of the half the diameter of the hose. So it's made to fit flush against the hose, and then it branches off, and you can use a clamp, a coated clamp, to tie it off to, so it stabilizes the whole thing. I was wondering how it's set up there without it shaking so bad.
Another thing, they've got these vacuum lines right here, and when you tighten this down, it's going to want to push down on it. And we thought about taking one of the bolts out and rotating it, but it's not pushing down on it like really hard, so I think we just decided to leave it. I mean, it could cause some crack or something with vibration, but that's just something we're just going to have to let play out.
But yeah, well, I'll do more clear videos with the iPhone because this camera does not autofocus after you hit record, like we've talked about multiple times. But Jeremy and I are going to run to the store and pick up some stuff. I got a part in from Chevy for the shifter, and we're going to go ahead and get the oil and all that other stuff too. But should be good to go for today. We'll see. All right, guys, we're back. Jeremy and I ran to the store and picked up a bunch of stuff and left Jacob here to do some work. Jeremy, what all we get?
Let's see, we got coolant, we got oil, an oil filter, picked up a radiator hose, got gas, so we can start this thing later.
Yeah. Heat exchanger line, we got that. And Jacob had some stuff he wanted to mention about things he did while we were gone that were different.
While they were gone, the first thing I did was finish hooking up the charge pipe for the hot side, or this side of the intercooler from here down. The sensor here, to be able to get the wiring to reach, you have to move the ground wire. This ground wire right here was attached underneath the alternator, but I took it loose because I couldn't get this up there, so I grounded it right here. And you can really put it anywhere as long as the bolt is going into the block, so it'll have a good ground. I had the trimming on this one, no trimming on this one. That one, I took
no trimming on that one, trimming on this one.
That's what it looked like when I installed it. So I took about 2 inches off of this side and maybe an inch off of this side. This is the engine side, and this will be the intercooler side here.
And what else did you do? The pump, right? Yeah.
Got the pump mounted. The bracket, I installed it on the clamp before I put it on there, and then I had to take it all back apart. So you have to install a spacer right here. Well, it's not really a spacer, it's an adapter. Bolt it to the motor, and then bolt the other clamp to that bracket and slide your hose clamp in there and get those all tightened down. Make sure the rubber pieces are between the two brackets that are provided, and slide your pump in and tighten it down.
Cool. So, all right, so we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going and see where we get. We're gonna try to start this thing, fill it all up with coolant and everything. I got the part for the transmission line that I was super confused about. So we'll see. Let's see if I can pull it out of the bag. So this part on my transmission, all I needed was the part that you actually put the hydraulic line for the clutch in. I needed to put it in and see if it fits, but I haven't tried this yet to see if it actually fits, but we're going to. So I'll get back to you on that. But anyways, we are gonna keep going and see where we end up.
I'm just saying, how do you press? We're gonna need to take this out and press that into there.
Yes. And
So-
all back in
Yeah.
there.
The fellas just figured something out with the assembly here. They're gonna explain it. Jacob.
So this has got these splines and the yoke, and it slides down all the way on there. And we got confused because this was way out here, and the bearing race, the inner race, has got to be pressed right on the right here. So you can go ahead and assemble this part right here and the sleeve, but you need to pull this out. It goes this way right here, and then press your bearing onto the shaft. So once we get that on there, I think that's on there like that. We can get this the rest of it on there. There we go. We'll knock that down on there, put that back on, and slide it all back in. And then there's 3 bolts. We'll go in right here, and then where's that? Oh, this will go out here somewhere. We're working on it.
More to come. Maybe it shift the whole freaking. I'm about scared it's gonna come off his stands. Anyways, that's gonna be it, guys. Sorry for all the like crazy stuff going on. I just got through this curveball of an issue, and I was waiting on parts anyways. I was waiting on those control arms to get here. So, you know, now that I've got this issue, it looks like I'm gonna be waiting a little bit longer, but I'm gonna figure it out, and we're gonna go from there. And we're just not gonna stress about it. There's no point. You know, this is a kit car. You're gonna run into issues. There's nothing you can do about it. Trial by fire, you know. I mean, it sucks sometimes, but it is what it is. Don't get frustrated. I have gotten frustrated. Don't follow my lead. Just let it waterfall off the shoulder. Just waterfall it, and yeah, don't take it out on the wife or anything like that. Let me tell you, I've had tempers flare up and go upstairs, and she sent me right back down here. So. No, she's been really good, but yeah, it's just, man, it's so stressful, you know, and you're just gonna have days like that. But anyways, hit me up, guys, if you have any kind of questions or issues. I'll try to help you the best I can. Like I said, I've still got a ways to go. I was hoping to be like pretty much on wheels by May, but now I don't know, you know, so we'll see. But anyways, like, subscribe, I really appreciate it. We jumped to like 114 subscribers. Literally, I touched 100, and from 100, I posted that we had hit 100 subscribers, and I jumped 14 more within another week. So let's do that again. That was awesome. So like, subscribe, guys, and I will see you next time. Follow me on Instagram, TFletcherA87. I'll post that card up again, and we'll see you guys later.